Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem HaKadosh. I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and a sincere shalom to the elect out there teaching this truth and honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, this lesson is about how we need to watch what we say online during these times. Okay, because the articles are going around, the news clips are going around of Donald Trump saying that the military is going to use cities as should use cities as training grounds. Okay, because he's trying to so-called stop crime. All right. Now, we're in the time where we really need to be watching what we put out there, man. Because there's a lot of data mining going on. You know, they're building that database. They're building up cases against people. Okay, primarily brothers in the truth, but also other people as well. Pretty much anybody who's going to come against his New World Order and his agenda is going to be deemed as an enemy of the state. And what you post, especially online, could be used against you. Okay? Now, if you look at what's on the back of your dollar bill, there's the all-seeing eye. Okay, the all-seeing eye. Right? Because they want to know all information, man. That's one of their that's one of the strengths of this devil's kingdom, is the fact that he knows everything that goes on. Okay? This is Psalm 64:1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, and my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy, because they're constantly watching. And now they don't even need people to watch. They could just have the AI systems watch. And the AI systems that they have are much, much more sophisticated, okay, than what the private citizens have access to and can use. Okay? Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Okay? Now, if you notice what's going on in the UK, they're basically saying if you don't get a digital ID, you won't be able to work. Okay? If you don't get the digital ID, you will not be able to work. Why? So that they can watch and analyze everything that you're doing online. And it's going to come here to America with that so-called Planeteer system. Ain't going to be no more anonymous YouTube channels, you know. They're going to be able to do away with a lot of these bots, you know. And they're going to be able to do away with a lot of this anonymizing technology that make you anonymous on the internet, man, like VPNs and things like that. Okay, proxy servers, things like that, man. Because they're going to start really locking down soon, man. There's serious shit coming down the pipe. Verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. Okay? They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. Because whenever they lay out these snares, they're always watching for the reaction. Okay, that goes back to the Hegelian dialectic. It means what? It means problem, reaction, solution. They create a problem, or they put a problem into focus to gauge the people's reaction, and then they come up with a solution for it. And the solution is not to benefit you, okay? Sometimes they try and find a middle ground that won't piss people off too much, but it always furthers their agenda, man. But see, you have to understand the subtlety of these devils, okay? They'll lay out a bill or a piece of legislation or an action that may seem somewhat good on the surface, but underneath it is a trap or a snare. Okay? That's how it always is with these devils, man. You know? Give me 1 second. Day of Atonement's coming up very soon. Okay, within the next half hour or so. Trying to get my my last little bit of hydration in. You know? Verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Okay? They accomplish a diligent search. You know, like that AI. I remember when there was a time when we would make a video about a certain subject matter, and it would be like a 30-minute long video, and it would get flagged within a minute. Okay? And it's going to get even more extreme. Both the inward thought of them, of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Okay? So these devils, these wicked elite, okay, they're gonna start cracking down on their kingdom, man. You know, we got to watch our digital footprint during these times, man. I mean, look at all the people that got in trouble for saying things about Mr. Kirk. Okay? Sometimes you have to speak in code. Sometimes, I mean, I'm not telling brothers to sugarcoat, but sometimes, you know, you may need to rearrange your wording, okay? Now let's get a couple more scriptures. Actually, just to back up what I was saying, Colossians 4 and 5. Walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. Okay, so we're supposed to walk in wisdom. You know, meaning watch what we say and how we say it. Okay, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt. Seasoned with salt. Okay. That ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. Okay? And there's a lot of different reactions you could get from a lot of different people for saying certain things. There's people out there that'll report your ass, man, for saying something outlandish on a social media post. They'll send it to your job. You know, any organizations that you may be in cahoots with. Okay, these people will try and destroy somebody for their opinion online. Okay? And that's just a regular person out there. How much more so with these elites that are planning on clamping down on anybody and everybody that is against their new world order. Okay? That time is coming soon, man. But right now they're being like the serpent, because that's what they are. They're really the serpents, right? They come with a serpent spirit, man. All right, they're just being like snakes, just waiting for the perfect time to attack. Gathering intel on their enemies, man. All right. So we need to know how to properly structure what we say. And there are certain topics that it's wise just not to speak about entirely, or just keep it about prophecy. Okay, you don't need to let everybody know your opinions on every fucking thing. Keep it scriptural. You really can't go wrong with just keeping it scriptural, man. This is let's see, I'm not sure what. I got a list of scriptures pulled up on a notepad here. Proverbs 29 and 10. The bloodthirsty hate the upright, but the just seek his soul. A fool uttereth all his mind. Okay? A fool uttereth all his mind. That's what these people do online. Okay? They're like emotional basket cases, man. That's their source of comfort, by giving this devil information. That's what social media was invented for, man. To data mine your ass. There's a big data mining tool, man. Okay? A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth in till afterwards. Because a wise man knows how to speak and when to speak, and the right time to speak. Okay? And the next scripture I got on the list, I'm not even going to get all these. A lot of these are in Proverbs. Well, I mean, go figure. A lot of these are in Proverbs because Solomon was known for being an amazing speaker and writer. Okay? This is Proverbs 21 and 23. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. And the scriptures say that we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Okay? You got a lot of foolish Israelites out there that'll speak their mind a little too damn much on the internet, calling for revolts and revolutions and violence. Like Chief Ephraim was doing during all that shit going on with Palestine, man. Right? That's not your fight. Who gives a shit about that? Just tie it to prophecy and move on. That's really what we're supposed to do. Okay, discern the issues at hand, and be like a spiritual reporter, man. It's all you really got to do. Okay. Yahushua said, "For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Okay, you ain't got to go overcomplicating things in this truth, getting all upset over things that are going on in the world, man. Okay? We ain't got to, get all upset over some stupid shit, man. We're here just to pretty much put what needs to be put out there, man. To publish the word. Okay? Ooh. Hold on. Let me get this in song. This is a good one right here. Psalm 31, 39 and 1. I said, I will take heed to my ways, that I sin not with my tongue. Okay? Meaning to what? To watch your tongue. Alright? We're going to get James 3 eventually. I may close it up with James the 3rd chapter. I will keep my mouth with a bridle, while the wicked is before me. Okay? I was dumb with silence. Oh, hey, think about it. Think about, in fact, that's the only verse we need. I will keep my voice, keep my mouth with a bridle, while the wicked is before me. Now let's read this in the NLT. I said to myself, I will watch what I do and not sin in what I say. I will hold my tongue when the ungodly are around me. Does not the wicked compasseth us about? Are we not in the wicked's kingdom? So we got to watch what we say, man, and hold our tongue a lot of times. Again, getting into being seasoned with salt. All right? First Thessalonians 4 and 11. We're just going to read it right off the list. Study to be quiet and to do your own business. Alright, so now I could get, Ecclesiastes first off. Then we'll get James 3. James 10 and 20. Curse not the king, no, not in thy thought, and curse not the rich in thy bedchamber, for a bird of the air shall carry the voice. And what would be the bird of the air as far as in this realm? Okay, the internet waves, right? And that which hath wings shall tell the matter. Okay? Now, does that mean that you can't speak against this kingdom? No, of course, that's our job. That's our duty, man. Okay, we got to speak in great boldness against those who oppressed us. All right, but you gotta do it correctly, man. You gotta do it with wisdom. Okay. Now let's get this in James 3, and then we'll wrap it up. James 3 and 5. Even so, the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. Because words can create a serious situation. Words can escalate a situation, man. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that he defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. Okay? The tongue is a fire, man, and sometimes it can't be quenched or put out, that fire. Okay? For every kind of beasts and of birds and of serpents and of things in the sea is tamed, and hath been tamed of mankind. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison, man. Alright? The tongue is full of deadly poison. Okay, we need to watch what we put out there. Alright, we need to watch how we speak to people in our daily lives, man. You know, you don't want to be the fucking... You ain't trying to be some super prophet at your job, man. You know, it's not what we're here for. Okay, you're not getting paid to be a super prophet at your job, man. Okay. That's not what you're on the clock for. That's not what you're getting paid for, man. You know? You're paid to be a fucking slave and to do a job. Alright? But with that, till next time, I hope you're edified. Shalom.